Ahoy all. It is Tees. Good day, good afternoon, good evening. Hope all are well. Hope all are safe. And I would like to say just literally in one breath. So pretty much you are what you are. If you're the type of person that literally just feeds the birds and only eat leaves and only help people, then that's pretty much what you will regurgitate or what you will put out. And if you're one to steal and climb through windows, eventually someone's gonna. No, and actually it brings me to this came randomly, but apparently that's. Well, there's a brother who is into shady business, and then another brother that I guess he's not really into that, but I guess if you're with your brother, I guess you're guilty by association. But long story short, and it's not necessarily set in stone, but it's looking at it just judging by the crime scene. But long story short, my brother was into some dirt back at home that basically followed him and his brother out of town. Perhaps they thought they were taking a road trip somewhere, and they took the road trip and got caught by a few strays in a parking lot, in a hotel parking lot. So I don't know if this was before or after their stay, but yeah, not only them and those two in their car got hit, and I guess another lady in a different vehicle got hit. So I guess I don't know if the whole parking lot got sprayed, but more than 2 cars got shot up, and then also too in the background there was a female there, or the brothers who was in shady business. His girlfriend, I don't know if it's shady business, but it's just looking like pretty much you are your environment. If you're around snakes, if you intake things that are poison, like it's gonna eventually come out your pores. If you're literally a Satan worshiper or a blood drinker, it's going to come out through your eyes. Like literally, like this is. I don't think people understand the severity of like the spirit and the soul, especially on the inside. Whatever that matter is on the inside of you, from water to electrical veins, whatever that is on the inside of you, it can basically be controlled by rhythms and frequencies and vibes, pretty much. Like I can make or break you. Something about that. If people know how to get to your insides, I don't really know how to explain it, but it's something about getting to that particular frequency. Or if you get a hold of someone a certain way to where, okay, I'm doing this to uplift you versus doing this is to destroy you, And then after a while, if you keep biting on the destroy yourself frequency, it'll get to a point where it'll just be autopilot. Okay, you don't have to program me to kill myself anymore. I got it from here. If you get my gist. Yeah, so that's why it's good to not get lost in the sauce. Don't get too consumed. And I'm thinking this is the number one key too that a lot of people don't want to hear, and they probably don't want to hear it. But you do not get too damn comfortable. Because a lot of people think, I've grown equipped. Now, mind you, with me, that's literally all I look for. All I look for, and all I ever want is cool and comfort. Like, I just want to be cool and comfortable. But it's like the second you kick it back and I'm not saying that you can't take it easy. Please take it easy and please sit down. But I'm talking about whatever it is that you're doing that you have no business doing, eating the wrong things, saying the wrong things, doing the wrong things, and just in the wrong environments, or looking up the wrong and listening to the wrong things. I say just don't get too comfortable with that. Because you'll think like, okay, I'm going to just watch 1 or 2 minutes of this flick, and then before you know it, now you're surfing through the site for hours. Don't ask me how I know. But yeah, just don't get too caught up in the wrong things, And like I said, we all have a lot of work to do. Like I said, I still have a lot of purging to do, and I do all that. I detox, but I still have a lot of purging to do. And like I said, I'm still technically full of crap, so to speak. Yeah, so it's just like I can definitely, there's always room for improvement. So like I say, with that being said, I really don't have time to dick around if there's room for improvement. So that's pretty much what I'm saying is just don't get caught up in the sauce. Take time for self. Make sure you keep your mind and body and soul in check. Like, okay, well, my mind, I feel good, my legs and knees work. Make sure the joints are working too, and get the fluids going in the joints, because it seems like the joints tend to go first. But just make sure everything is good with you. Don't ignore any signs, and it's like just don't let anything escalate. Literally address it, nip it in the bud right then and there, so it doesn't, attack you later or cause problems later. Because there's something about these certain negative frequencies. It literally attacks certain parts of the body, like anger. And like I say, I don't have east from west when it comes to what targets what as far as the organs, but we'll just say like, fear targets the heart, hatred targets the lungs, anger will target the liver, so it's a long list of these things, but pretty much anything that's negative, anything that's literally just eating you up inside, you know what I'm saying, with that inside feeling, whatever that is on the inside of you, it's, make sure that stays clean and don't let anybody abuse or get to like, okay, this is to kill your soul, like, that's the problem. I think a lot of people, they want to kick the batteries out of people and stomp the batteries out of you instead of helping you. They rather just destroy you or help you destroy yourself. And I'm thinking that's the problem. It's too much destruction and not enough help or balance. And then that's where the whole, you gotta keep yourself cleaned up so you don't explode later. So yeah, just stay as zen as possible. And like I say, and if you need to take 5, take 5. It doesn't matter where you're at, because here's one thing that I know for sure you wouldn't want. I know for sure you wouldn't want, in the middle of a speech or in the middle of a meeting, I'm sure you wouldn't want to pass out from stress or fall out of whatever it is, where you just literally, you have an episode in the middle of a crowd. So that means whatever it is, before it gets to that point, take care of your damn body. Don't ignore signs. So it's pretty much no more time for dicking around, because it's literally, it's already to a point where you're either in or you're out. But I'm thinking it's not, the train hasn't exactly left. That's the only thing. And the only thing is it's not exactly party time yet, but even though it's here, like, everything is set up. I don't know if it's a certain time or, but it's just crazy, because like I said, there's still a window to do something, but it's like whatever's happening is happening quickly, but it's also happening without you knowing, and perhaps you do notice, but it's not something that's talked about. This new frequency or this new vibe is coming in. It's not really advertised, and it's not really what it seems. So you really don't want to ignore any of these signals or signs these days, because these are new waters. You don't know some things that you probably used to get away with back in the days, or some things that you didn't get away with back in the day. Things might be different now, so just be careful on what is what. You just never know what's up or down these days. So it's just best to stay out the way, work on self, get yourself together, and therefore you minimize your cares and worries. Anything that's bothering you, or anything that you need to work on, just start checking off those checklists. And that's literally all we can do, is work on self. and then things will work itself out. But I'm thinking that's the problem. Nobody wants to do. I'm not saying nobody wants to do right, but it's like they rather have it easy. And I don't know who told the lie that things will be easy. I'm sure for the majority of the world, nothing has came easy, and nothing will. I don't know. I'm not sure where that lie came from. Because I know I can say from the outside looking in and from the inside looking in and from experience that nothing in this world comes easy. Nothing. It may appear to be easy. Some people may wear it well. And like I said, it's sad too. Some people, oh my gosh, you don't look your age. Oh, you don't look like you've been working on the railroad for 50 years. Yeah, it won't look like it, but damn it, they literally they were basically in so many words, they're like mild slaves. Not necessarily technically, but basically, like, they had that, like, literally hard labor and abuse from the body, but you would never know, just because they perhaps they wear it well, or whatever the case may be. But yeah, I say it's just good to stay zen, good to stay on top of your body and keep everything in tune. Like I say, literally, you only get one body, and it's like, who's gonna tape your leg back on? If it, so it's just kind of like you have to take care of yourself, because let's say if you're running from zombies and you trip and fall and break your leg, I can promise you nobody's gonna carry you. So it's like you have to take care of yourself. And yeah, there was a lady, I forgot the name of the movie, and I don't know if it was a movie or a TV show, but I guess they were migrating from, I don't know, from like a yeah, maybe perhaps they were kind of hitting the border, like, okay, we're gonna take this route. It could take a while, but they're all taking the trail. They have their little water or whatever they're taking with them, and she must have tripped on the way down the trail and twisted her ankle, to where she couldn't walk on it. Can't walk on her leg, and someone was nice enough to help her out, or perhaps even carry her. But they take you so far. Like, I can probably carry you for about 3 minutes, and after which, okay, let me go ahead and put you back down, and you make sure the crows don't eat you. But yeah, she pretty much she was in a pickle. I'm like, damn, because it's like nobody gonna, and you two be able to crying over your damn ankle. Like, you better pull it together or find some alternative routes. So it's like you have to keep an able body, because it's like not only do you just get one, but it's like it's ain't the time to be dicking around. You have to be be more durable. You don't want what is that? Frail bones or busted joints. You got to be able to move, and then another thing too, you have to be able to fit through a damn window. A lot of people too, they be thinking, cause some of those windows that are on the bus, you get some of the small ones that are on the school bus, you get or even some, I think some maybe some charter buses, but they have the ones that are on the roof. Those squares aren't that big, so I'm thinking if you're someone you're a little round, you might, and this doesn't need to be funny, but in an emergency, could you get through there? Yeah, they got some of them where you can take those side windows off, but what if it's something where it's like, okay, we're literally, and you could get through this high window, but you would have to actually climb up and pretty much like take the roof of that. I mean, if you can make that happen, that'd be nice, but if the bus is flipped over, and your only option is to take that roof, once you came out the roof, you'll be out to the ground. Yeah, that would be, I know a lot of people, especially in the U.S., probably would be, even some children these days. And I was seeing there was a cute little boy that I seen the other day. Really cute, but yeah, he was pretty round. I would say he was, I'll give him about maybe 3 or 4, and he was at least, I'll give him at least 40. No, I'm going to give him about 50 pounds. I'm going to give him about 50. And like I said, I didn't have a scale, but he was pretty thick. So I'm thinking like, yeah, like I said, he didn't look like he looked really cute little young boy, but I'm like, you pretty thick. And he had a taste for McDonald's. I was like, yeah, definitely eating the wrong things. But yeah, with that being said, it's kind of like, now for him being a young boy and he's around, it's like it's not gonna take long at all to get too big to fit through that square. So I'm just pretty much saying you have to be on your toes, ready, like, okay, ready to jump up and take off if need be. Remember I said that's what that to-go bag is for. You had that to-go bag ready, and then, so like I say, if need be, you need to jump up and go. That's already ready. Whether you use it between now and 20 years from now, it's ready, you see? And there's nothing wrong with having born, perhaps you can get a bigger bag. Like, after a while, okay, this will be this triple to-go bag. Last me a week or two. Because really, I'm thinking like that. The standard to-go bag is just like, okay, this is just a one night of clothes. And then you'll figure it out from there, versus just having a huge duffel bag full of, perhaps you can go up to, okay, this is a week's supply of overnight, do it whatever works for you, but basically have something on the go, where if you need to pick up and go, you got all of your trinkets ready to go. Yeah, but that's why it's important to be on your toes and be ready, because it's like you just never know when it'll be crunch time. They'll tell you like, okay, well, between now and tomorrow, we'll be leaving, and then you'll think like, okay, and then the second they give the message, all right, y'all, load up, you think of what? Yeah, you just told me, but like, actually I told you 20 years ago, but you didn't believe me until now. Now you want to get up and run around like roaches. Now that the party started, So now that those who are running around like roaches, now that it's time to load up. Those, yeah, that's chaos right there. You literally just play that in your head. All right, everybody, yeah, load up on the. Literally, everybody, let's just load up on the bus. We have to get out of here. There's been an evacuation, whatever the case may be. And then you'll think like, oh damn, I left my phone, my Bluetooth, leaving, just like, got your priorities all effed up, and now everybody's running around like roaches, and that's see how chaos starts when you get people who ain't prepared. That's why it's important to be prepared and out the way. But literally just that small aspect of, okay, everybody just randomly get ready and pick up and go. A lot of people aren't going to be ready because, like I said, people would rather dick around until it's too late, and then that's where the chaos comes, and then that's where people get trampled. And then that's where the empty shelves come, because everybody's doing it at the same time. It is not necessarily that it's a shortage or they're just eating up everything. It's that everybody's doing the same thing at the same time. Those same kibbles and bits that's been on there, they'll probably be the same ones sitting on the shelf for 30 years from now, and then won't nobody touch it. But if they tell you to go ahead and get the stuff now, everything on the shelf gonna be gone. If you see what I'm saying, because everybody's gonna be doing the same thing. Everybody's taking everything, and that's where the empty shelves come. But like I said, if you beat the crowd, you can save yourself a trampling. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, just be prepared for anything. Like I say, anything's possible. Another Big Bang. They had another video where this meteor came in hot. It was that shoe or whatever that was. It came in flying. It caused a lot of damage. I don't think it killed anybody, but it definitely tore up some buildings. So it just like when it came in, it was a loud boom, and it just blew through. And I want to say it was real fiery too. They said they blew one up too. But my thing is, if something's meant to happen, it's going to happen. You'll get some of these fake scientists or these fake question answerers, and they just think they have all the answers, but really they're just really playing with fire, and half the time they're lying too. They'll tell you, oh look, we're swimming, we're moonwalking on the moon, and it's like, shut up. For all you know, they know that shit could be a lie, because you wouldn't know, because I'm sure you're not allowed on base, the same as whatever that section is, that's somewhere by the ocean, or it's another place that's somewhere by Alaska where it's just, oh no, you can't come over here, or it's pretty much like, oh, stand back. So like, you just never know what the hell's really going on when you got stuff like that to where, okay, you can't see what's really going on. If there's like a back door to where or a shaded area, there's a lot more going on to what they're feeding you. So that means they don't want you in the office, the main office, or the headquarters, so to speak. Yeah, but I just find that really interesting. Yeah, but yeah, you just can't really believe everything that you hear. That's not really forthcoming. And I think what bothers me the most, because and this is why, oh my goodness, this is why the main saying is our people are lost due to lack of knowledge, because a lot of this very potent information, like this vital information, like the information that you really would need, like oh, this is your life-saving information. It's either going to come too late or come literally, like, it's going to come so far from the reality where it's not even going to make sense. Because I guess whatever, oh my goodness. And here's the crazy thing, I guess, the whole time with Queen Elizabeth, and I'm feeling like I'm slowly cracking the case, even though like I'm not really having a case, but it's just coming to me like one by one. But so basically, Queen Elizabeth is either the main ringleader or one of the main ones. And I only say that because it's a connection with now and then a connection with her later. So that means she's gonna have something else up her sleeve later. It's like, oh, okay, we'll release this in maybe 2080, or it's something like that. It's just a lot of and that could be pretty much that could be really good information. Like what secret was she had? Is that her coming clean about her being evil, or she could probably have some very vital information. Well, here's that stolen artifact. It could be something, like there's no telling what these demons are, but whatever. Yeah, so just don't get lost in the sauce. Like I said, there's much more going on than literally what's being blown in your face. And that's another thing too. They said there's something where they blow it in your face and you do what the hell you're told, whether you like it or know it or not. And it's like this. I don't know. Like I said, this is a very we're living in a very wicked world. Like, we thought it was wicked. It's one thing to be in like in a pit, but it's like in a pit to where it's like, okay, there's no restrictions in this pit. Like, it's like, okay, yeah, there's already people that's doing their dirt now, but I'm like, what about doing your dirt? And it's fine. Like, okay, hey, it's not a crime. You don't have to sneak anymore, or you don't have to, you don't have to pretend. You don't have to finesse. Just still go up and do it. Nobody's gonna punish you. That's where it's gonna, But yeah, but with that, I'm like, The people literally, they're already doing it. Like, I'm gonna do what I want to do. They're not waiting for the purge. They're literally from this to that. They're going in. But, and that's, like I say again, that's why it's good to be ready. Cause like I say, these demons, trust me, they're good to go. Like, I'm sure they don't have any worries. They don't have, I don't think they need to do any training. They just need to do what they can. Pretty much, they're working hard because it's pretty much like, okay, well, you got 24 hours to do this, that, whatever you want to do. So that means whatever they're doing, they got to do it fast. So that means they don't have time to dick around. They're not. That means you may want to match that energy. So whatever the hell they're gonna do, they're gonna do it. Cause like I say, hey, this is like one of them things. Hey, last call. Damn it, and there go another epiphany. That's the last call. Last call, cause these demons about to get blasted to hell soon. They're about to be damned. So that means in the meantime, they probably got a few moments to dick around, or a few moments to collect some shit, and to collect some souls in the meantime. So yeah, I guess I figured out. Like, what the hell did that last call mean from that Time magazine? I thought it was the last call for oil, you know, because the oil is kind of short, and Obama got his oil his fuel, backup fuel. But I mean, I wouldn't even be into. Honestly, I wouldn't even care about it. I would get more into solar energy, because there's something about it with the gas and the oil. It just seems like it's just so hard to come by these days, or just hard to maintain. Not probably necessarily hard to come by, hard to maintain. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, I assumed the last call is that. But yeah, last call because yeah, you don't have much time basically. Yeah, so that means the last call, scrambling around. Remember I told you about the whole chaotic scrambling around? Yeah, perhaps this explains the chaos in the air. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, but I think the best bet is just to literally stay out the way and just work on your stuff. You know, no time for distraction. Like I noticed two people try to come around, trying to sniffing around, trying to like. My thing is, I don't need no hounding, sniffing, especially from no old balls. That's offensive. That is offensive. You know, slightly random, but I'm like, yeah, you'll get these whoremongers that want to sniff around, cheesing and smiling, and just literally got yourself. Now, mind you, them whoremongers to the point where now, if I was a Cardi bitch, it could be a very easy setup. Cause they'll tell on themselves, I got 100 pair of shoes, two money phones, 6 cars. You know, I'm like, what an idiot. All to flex. I'm like, I don't find that amusing. That's actually very annoying. But like I say again, if I was a Cardi bitch, you wouldn't be doing that again. But yeah, that's why that's offensive. That's one thing to be a whoremonger, but a whoremonger with an old balls and to try to approach me like I'm not no. We are of two different calibers. One's a whoremonger and then one wants no parts. Like it's just something's not right here. You know what I'm saying? That's the second time. Well, probably happened more than once, but the second time the old balls have had the gumption to try me like that. Yeah. But yeah, just beware of the distraction too, because some people will come around. And like I say, but then again, your discernment is good too. You got to know, now is this true help or is this a damn distraction? Is this somebody sniffing around? Is this one of those, what is it, double-faced or plastic-faced people to come through like, oh, hi, you doing? Hi, my name's Sky. Nice to meet you. I'm here to help you out. You know, and then the whole time you're a serial killer, you got bodies in your freezer. So it's like you gotta have your eyes open on who the hell you're dealing with. That's why I say you can't ignore any vibes too. They give you like a certain vibe to where like, oh, you seem like a little. And then it's like that's how. Go back and watch a Lifetime movie. They'll get one where it's like, oh, the whole time, oh, the husband's a serial killer, but he'll give certain signs like, okay, he'll come back with a shovel in his hand. Oh, I had to work late. Oh, but you're a buster. Oh, I know. It'll be something where it's like something don't look right, but they'll give you that suspicious music, and then the wife will ignore it, or the husband will ignore it, and then carry on, you know, until it's their turn to get killed. Oh, then they had to learn the hard way. But like I say, the signs are there. If you don't ignore the signs and wonders, it's definitely there. So like, trust me, if you're into something you ain't had no business doing, it's gonna seep. Like literally, something about when it's kind of like, you know, the theory, got your hand caught in the cookie jar. Like, you know, you're a kid. Okay, I'm on top of the fridge, grab a cookie, and the second when you see them, and it's like, well, yeah, you're caught in the act, but then again, though, if you come down off the fridge and then you actually even go back to your room, well, you have cookie crumbs on your bed, or you got chocolate chips on your face, you know, so it's kind of, I'm not going to ignore the signs that you were in the damn cookie jar, you know, if that makes sense. I'm trying to work on my examples. I don't know if they're getting worse or better, but, yeah, basically just work on self, like I say, and I'm literally content in my bubble, and I don't want to be like, okay, I'm gonna remain here. But like I say, if this is where my peace and sanity is coming from, then damn it, I'm gonna stay here. Cause like I say, I don't need people, especially old balls, coming into, you know, in my face. I think that's what makes it more annoying. People just want to be in your face. It's one thing they just, I just want to help you out, or I just want to admire you. Nothing wrong with that. You want to give a compliment? Okay, thank you, gracias. But you just want to be in my damn face, and especially when it comes to whoremongering. Like, trust me. I literally go to any of these streets, and it's a whoremonger is. Trust me, it'll be a buffet of whoremongers. So that's not something that's. Yes, To me, I don't need any whoremongers approaching me. But just keep to self and work on self. And trust me, you would know when you're elevating, because it's something about having a clear system. I'm really looking forward to that too. I'm looking forward to like they're really doing like full cleansing, and like literally go back to like and doing like the sea salt, not sea salt, Epsom salt, and baths too. Yeah, it's been a little while since I did Epsom salt. Yeah. Yep, I'm gonna start doing that to get back zen. Do zenful frequencies. Like, yeah, just raise the vibration, get those inner waters going. Make sure that very fluid and healthy and high vibrating and loving too. That's another thing too. You speak down and speak up with somebody. Oh, hey, how you doing? You're so cute. That'd be more jolly versus talking trash. If it's always even if it's just mess, like, oh, this is me telling you about what happened. That's literally gonna drain you. Like, when I get done spitting all of my drama, you will be tired. I mean, even if you love drama, like it's still draining. It's heavy. So it's like, you don't want to walk with that collection, and it just mess up the vibes. Yeah, but but be safe and work on that inner self. Keep you keep everything good. Everything need to be good and clean. It's like we don't want to hurt. We don't want to be carrying around garbage. No garbage. No garbage. Okay, all right. These sound effects kicking in. All right. Well, have a good night, good day, good evening. Be safe.